Hi, I'm Nick Alvis. I'm one of the 10 for the next 10.
My name is Scott Price. I am co-founder, chef of Nick and Scott Restaurant Group. We currently operate 3 venues in the city, the main one being Folly Y Necklace at Madinat Jumeirah. You know, Nick and I took a big risk. It's 2015 when we thought we set up our own business, and you know, it was quite a scary thing to do, to set up your own company. We found a business partner that believed in what we wanted to do, and then just we went for it. Folly was our dream, really, kind of a combination of 15-20 years each in the restaurants through London and working around and developing something there. And every night, you know, we've been open 2.5 years, and I stand in Folly when it's busy at night, and it gives you an enormous sense of achievement and happiness that I don't think you can get by having, well, I might be wrong, but I don't think you can get by running somebody else's business for them. When you've created something, you've had it in your mind's eye and brought it to life, it's very satisfying. And when people come back and say it's great and they love what you do, it's a very nice feeling. It makes all of the hard work worthwhile.
The beauty of this part of the world, and more to the point, what I've experienced of this part of the region, as in UAE, Dubai mainly, is the opportunities that come along. There's always something going on. There's always something new. There's always a new chef in town that you want to check out. It's never stale. It never sits back. It's always pushing forward. I think the past 6 months, past year, you've seen it slow down a little bit. We've felt it slow down a little bit, but that's, for me, I think that's for people just to take a breath, realise what we do, why we do it, have a look around, see what's going on elsewhere in the world. It's not about competition, but it's about knowing what you're doing, and that's the exciting part about here. There's always something going on.
I think Dubai's finally started to embrace the more taking risks on unknown brands or unknown chefs or people with ideas. When we first started, 10 years ago, it was a safe bet to get a big brand in from LA or from New York or from London, instead of looking at what's actually you have. And I think we've kind of helped change that a little bit. It's really starting to kind of develop as its own food scene and culture. There's a lot of people staying here that not necessarily would have done. Families have grown up here, teenagers have turned into adults that live here, and they're starting to create their own vibe, their own needs, their own styles, their own brands, and it's really exciting. It's hard to keep on top of it sometimes with all the Instagram and social media. It's a lot, but it's an exciting time for the city, and I think it's starting to develop its own real style of what Dubai is in the food scene, and not importing it from somewhere else.
What we've really stuck to our guns with, especially at Folly by Nick and Scott, is doing what we want to do. We're not. Our business is important. We're not arrogant to what people want, but we like to have a bit of knowing what people want and trying to do something different to keep people interested, which I think, we've achieved that over the years. We're certainly not looking at stopping that in any way. It would just be nice to see a little bit more personality in restaurants rather than following trends, if you like.
We find it hard to find not talented chefs, but people with the right mindset, with the right. I think that sometimes in this city there's a little bit of a quick fix. You can have a good CV and you can skip jobs pretty quickly, and people will always try and poach you, and sometimes people aren't willing to listen to you. Look, you need to stay here for a couple of years, work with us, we'll show you what to do, learn our ways, and trust us. Trust us with your career for a couple of years. And most people don't believe it, or they don't see, 2 years I can do this and I can be this and I can get promoted and I can get job offers. You might be head chef, but what have you learned in the last few years?
We're very focused on the team. In all fairness, we're not the easiest to work with. We have our standards, we have our rules. We're trained by some of the best people in the industry, and we stayed with them to learn from them. And I feel that the people that stick by us and believe in us as we believe in them, they generally go on to do really decent things.